Hi everybody, it's me, Jill. Welcome to Jill Informed. This is a top 5 moments of Real Housewives of New York, Season 9, Episode 8, Return of the Berzerkshires. Number 5, guess what? Bethany has a lot of money. Yes, that's right. Bethany is selling another apartment now, and lo and behold, she and her realtor both agreed on $5.25 million. Yay! Who cares? Bethany, get a new storyline. I get that you can't talk about your divorce and your daughter can't be on screen, but those are the things that are really interesting about you. What are you, like a real estate mogul now? Buying and selling property, and I mean, it's not totally your fault, but I just don't care anymore. We get it. You got a ton of money. Number 4 is Dorinda's house in the Berkshires. I love how Christmassy it is. I do. Yes, it's over the top. There's a tchotchke at every turn, but I love it. And I wish that she rented it out for people over the holidays. So it makes me wonder if she decorates like that at her place in the city. I mean, this is not even her primary home. I wonder if she and her family spend Christmas out there. They should, because it's beautiful and it's a winter wonderland. Number 3, this I was going to say was Tom's shorts, but actually I think number 3 is just Tom's legs in general. Something weird is happening there with those legs. He says they're runner's legs, but the rest of his body is not exactly a runner's body. So to me, he just looks like a short, kind of stocky guy with these fabulously shapely legs. And he knows how to show them off in a lovely pair of shorts because he was rocking the Daisy Dukes. And I'm pretty sure that they are waxed and oiled up because they were smooth and shiny and there for all to see. Number 2 is the ongoing saga between Tinsley and Sonia. Yes, it is still continuing. She still acts super jealous. Tinsley went to a luncheon with her mother and her mother's friends. Her mother was in town. But when she arrives, Dorinda's showing Tinsley to her bedroom where she's going to stay and everything. And then Sonia walks in and very passive-aggressively, "Oh, you're here. You're finally here. And, well, how was your luncheon with your mom and your new friends?" And Tinsley, they're not new friends. They're my mother's friends. I know them. Do you think that Sonia wanted to be invited to that? Or, I don't know. Let me know in comments below what your opinion is on that, or what do you guys think of Sonia? Then a little bit later, it turns into Hatgate, where apparently Tinsley was expecting some hats to be delivered, and she asked Sonia's intern, I guess, if he was around and he heard the doorbell, would he mind answering the door and accepting the package? That was not okay with Sonia because he's her intern, and where does Tinsley get off thinking that she can use one of Sonia's employees to do things for her? And she's like, I just said if he heard the doorbell, if he happened to be there, would he answer the door? Not that I was giving him a task to do. And Sonia really just went off. He works for her. What's wrong with you? Don't you know that you don't ask somebody else's employee to do things for you? That takes him away from doing things that I might need him to do if he's off doing things for you. And, oh, wow. I don't know how that's going to play out, but if I were Tinsley, I would be looking really, really hard. I would be going at that house hunting thing very aggressively. Trying to get out of there quick. Okay. So that leads us to number 1, which I will call the intervention. This episode is a to be continued, so I don't even know where this is going to end, but all focus is on Luann and Tom's impending nuptials. Dude, you either got to keep it in your pants or you got to move outside the social circle. Carol and Bethany are talking about how devastating it is and that there's, Bethany's heard from 4 different people. And Carol was relaying the texts that Ramona's friend had sent saying that he groped her and that he stuck his tongue down her throat. There's just evidence upon evidence upon evidence. And it's kind of like where there's smoke, there's fire. And, when that many ladies step forward, you have to know that it's true. And even if every single bit of it wasn't true, there's enough truth there. With the possible exception of Ramona, who I think is kind of getting off on this gossip a little bit. I genuinely think that the rest of these ladies are appalled, even if they don't care that much about Luann. I believe that these women are putting themselves in her shoes and thinking, I would want to know. If my fiance was doing half of the things that is being said about him, I would want to know. And I think that these women are thinking it's embarrassing, and nobody wants to be the last to know, and nobody wants everybody in town to have this secret and whisper behind her back about her fiance and things that they know about him that she doesn't. And so that's what keeps bringing them back to, we need to tell her. Here is the one problem with that, and this is my opinion. They think they are saving Luann from something. I don't think for a minute that Luann doesn't know this is happening. She's not a stupid woman. I'm sure she has confronted him. This started last season. And I know she talked to him, and there was some shady thing going on where the two of them, meaning Luann and Tom, both tried to get Dorinda to say something different. So they are now in collusion, I believe. Luann and Tom both know he's a cheater. They now are trying to save face, or at least Luann is trying to save face, because she's getting married no matter what. Now, we know this for a fact because this was filmed back around Christmas time. It's airing now, and this is the following May. It's almost June. So we know that back on New Year's Eve, they did get married, and they are married right now. So we know she goes through with it. But I'm telling you, she knows. And these women are acting on the presumption that something's happening behind Luann's back. And it's not. And that's where their fatal flaw is. She knows. And either A, she's okay with it, or B, she wants to be married more than she cares that he's cheating on her. She's made her decision. This is what's happening. She's getting married to this person no matter what. Here's why what these women are going to do is bad. When they confront Luann, that means Luann is going to have to do something about it. She wants to ignore it, and she wants everybody else to ignore it. There's a giant elephant in the room, and she wants everyone to pretend they don't see it. Because when they tap her on the shoulder and say, Luann, look at that elephant right there, well, now they've put her in an awkward position. It becomes obvious that she doesn't care. She doesn't want everybody to know she has an ulterior motive. She wants people to think that they're in love. And every time they bring this information to her, they ruin that opportunity for her to pretend she's blissfully in love. She can't pretend she doesn't know anymore. So that's why she has one choice and only one choice, and that is deny, deny, deny. She has got to keep saying, I trust him, and this isn't happening. Because that is the only way she can pretend we're still in love and that I'm not doing this for any other reason than we're in love with each other. And that's just not true. It's just not true. The missing piece of the puzzle for me is I don't know what she's getting out of it. I'm not sure why she wants to marry him so bad. I don't think it's money. I know she has said she likes to share her life with someone and she likes to be married. But then, I mean, she's Countess Luann de Lesseps. Couldn't she find somebody who actually would be faithful to her? I think she could. Why this guy? I'm very curious about that. But for whatever reason, this is the one she's decided she's going to make her husband. So, like I said, this is a two-parter. Previews for next week shows some heated discussions between the ladies and Luann, but, you know, we here at home, we all know how this is going to end. So that's it for me, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.